Welcome to Comp Plan Decoder. This is where we'll break down the top compensation plans in network marketing so you can actually understand how they work. No hype, no fluff, just the facts. I'm your host, Bill Kaysen, and this week, let's decode Melaleuca.
Unlock the money, decode the truth. It's time to break down the comp plan for you. No hype, no fluff, just numbers at work. Comp Plan Decoder, get paid what you're worth.
You know, it's quite something. When you think about it, most real financial strides seem to happen outside that typical 9-to-5 grind, entrepreneurship, right?
Yeah.
Building your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's where so many people seem to find their way financially.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you ask, how can the average person, someone without a ton of cash up front, tap into that?
That's exactly what we're diving into today. We've got this detailed document right here. It lays out the compensation plan for Melaleuca.
Melaleuca, right. The wellness company.
Yeah, big players in that, $620 billion wellness market. They've been around a long time, too, over 30 years. And get this, they've paid out $4.5 billion to households.
Whoa, okay. $4.5 billion. That definitely makes you sit up and listen. And their mission, they say it's about being the champion of the little guy, helping the average person.
Right.
So you got to wonder, what's the actual system behind that? How do they generate those kinds of resources, especially for folks who maybe don't have a lot to invest right at the start?
Precisely. And that's our mission for this deep dive, to really understand Melaleuca's system for, creating financial opportunity, particularly for people starting without much capital. Let's get into it.
Okay. So the core of it seems like it's this idea of referral-based income. Now, that sounds different from, setting up shop and having to directly sell stuff yourself. Is that right?
Exactly right. The basic idea is you connect customers with Melaleuca. They buy the wellness products directly from the company.
Okay.
You, as the referrer, you're not handling the actual sale. Melaleuca takes care of all that.
So it's more about building a network, finding people who'd be interested in these wellness products anyway. And it sounds like repeat business is key here. It's the idea of residual income.
That's a huge piece of it. The model really relies on those referred customers liking the products, having a good experience, and then buying again month after month.
Right, because they're happy with the stuff.
Exactly. And that creates the potential for, an ongoing income based on their purchases. But let's be real here. Like any business venture, it takes work. You need dedication, persistence, leadership skills develop over time. It's definitely not some kind of instant hands-off money machine.
Understood. Needs effort. So let's get into the nuts and bolts. How does the money actually flow? I see stuff about commissions and then all these different bonuses. Where should we start?
Let's tackle commissions first. Basically, you earn money in two main ways. First, from the customers you personally sign up.
Okay.
And second, from customers signed up by other people in what they call your marketing organization. Think of it like levels spreading out.
Gotcha. So to the people I personally bring in, what do those commissions look like?
Okay, so in their very first month, there's what's called a product introduction commission. You get 50%, half of the product points from whatever they buy initially.
50%? Wow. Okay. And product points. That's like a value assigned to each product.
Exactly. It's the currency they use for calculating commissions. Now, starting month 2, you earn personal customer commissions. And this is interesting. The percentage isn't fixed.
Oh.
How does that work?
It scales based on how many active personal customers you have that month. If you have, say, 1 to 7, you get 7%. But if you build that up to 20 or more active personal customers, that commission rate jumps to 20%.
So the more happy repeat customers I personally have, the higher my commission rate on all of them becomes. That's clever. Now, what about that marketing organization you mentioned? Earning from others' enrollments.
Right. So beyond your own customers, you also earn 7% of the product points from purchases made by customers enrolled by others in your organization.
Okay.
And this is where generations come in. Your status in the company determines how many generations deep you earn from. It starts at maybe 2 generations, but directors and above can earn up to 7 generations down.
7 generations deep. Okay, you can see how that could really build over time.
Mm-hmm.
I also saw something called presentation point commissions for higher levels. Yeah, that's for directors 5 and up. If they generate more than 10 presentation points in a month, which basically relate to presenting the opportunity, they get an extra $5 for every point over those first 10.
So an extra incentive for actively building and presenting. Okay, that covers commissions pretty well. Now let's look at these bonuses. There seem to be quite a few. First one listed is leadership points. What are those?
Leadership points are sort of a measure of how much you're helping build the network. You get points when new customers enroll, usually like 3 points for the enroller, 2 for the presenter,
Okay.
and maybe an extra point if they buy a specific starter pack. Plus, and this is key, if someone in your team advances to director or higher, the leader who generated the most points in their support line recently gets 10 extra points.
So it tracks support.
Right. These points are really important for qualifying for different status levels and various bonuses, and even for earning some commissions from the wider organization. It's not just about enrolling, it's about fostering growth, you know?
Got it. Incentivizes both bringing people in and helping them succeed. Okay, next bonus, advancement bonus. Sounds
Mhm.
straightforward.
It is, pretty much. Every time you hit a new status level in Melaleuca, you get a one-time bonus payment. And there are 49 status levels in total.
49.
Oh.
Okay, that's a clear ladder to climb. Then there's the pace setter bonus. Sounds like it's for people who get off to a fast start.
Exactly. If you hit certain director and senior director ranks within specific time limits after you join.
Like, quickly.
Yeah, like director 2 within your first 3 months or senior director 2 within just 1 month of hitting senior director, you get double the normal advancement bonus for that rank.
Double. Okay, strong incentive for early momentum.
Definitely encourages that initial push.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay, next, mentoring bonus. This sounds like it ties right back into that mission of helping people.
It really does. You earn this bonus when the directors you personally enrolled achieve new status levels right up to senior director. And the bonus you get matches their advancement bonus or their pace setter bonus if they got one.
So you get what they get.
For those levels, yes. And then there are fixed amounts, pretty significant ones, like $2,200 up to $5,000 when your personal senior directors to advance further up towards executive director. It directly links your success to helping your team members grow.
Right, so if I mentor my team effectively, help them advance, I benefit directly too. That seems like a powerful motivator. Now, core mentoring bonus. Does that go beyond just the people I personally enroll?
It does. Once you hit Director 3, you can earn this bonus when people deeper in your core organization advance. You get 50% of their advancement bonus or mentoring bonus, even if you didn't personally sign them up.
50%.
Yeah.
Wow. And the core organization, how deep does that go?
It depends on your rank. Starts at 3 generations for directors, goes up to 6 for corporate directors. And there's another layer. If you develop a new personal director 2 or 3, that qualifies you for this core bonus for a set period, encouraging you to keep building leaders.
So it really rewards building leadership strength throughout the whole network, not just your immediate front line.
Okay.
And then a leadership growth bonus.
Yeah, that's for senior directors and up. If their organization shows new growth over 2 months and they keep up their leadership points need 30 plus, they get this bonus. Rewards consistent expansion.
Sustained growth. Got it. And double core mentoring bonus. Sounds even bigger.
It is. If you're Director 3 or higher and you develop a second new personal Director 3 or higher who sticks around,
A second one.
yeah, second leader at that level, then your core mentoring bonus doubles for a couple of months. Big incentive to develop multiple strong leaders directly under you.
Okay, wow. We've hit a lot of bonuses, still a couple more. Monthly car bonus? That's pretty tangible.
Oh, yeah, that's a popular one. Hit senior director, and Melaleuca gives you a monthly bonus towards a car payment. Starts at $500 a month.
$500 just for the car.
Yep, then it goes up. $1,000 for executive director, $1,200 for national, $1,500 for corporate director. And actually, at executive director and above, you can qualify for 2 car bonuses.
2 cars. Okay, that's a serious perk for those top tiers.
Yeah.
Last one on the list, 2020 bonus. Seems aimed at new people.
Totally. It's a great early goal. If you enroll 20 active, personally enrolled preferred customers within your first 5 months,
20 customers in 5 months.
you get a $500 one-time bonus, and maybe even better. As long as you keep those 20 active personal customers, your commission rate on all your personal customers jumps to that 20% level permanently.
Permanently 20%.
Yeah.
Just for hitting that 20 customer mark and keeping it.
Yep. Strong incentive to build that solid customer base early on.
Okay, so this whole compensation plan, it's
Yeah.
really layered. Lots of ways to earn, rewarding, getting customers, building teams, developing leaders, hitting milestones. Now, what about the actual structure of the business? I saw something about a limit on your first level.
That's right. When you start, you can only have 5 positions directly under you, like 5 main branches. They say it helps you focus on leadership and customer service initially.
Makes sense. not spreading too thin at first.
But as you develop leaders in those branches, you can eventually expand your first level, and the whole organization can grow down those 7 generations we talked about earlier.
7 generations again. That potential scale. And I noticed some very practical advice about not quitting your day job too soon.
Yeah, they're pretty clear on that. They strongly recommend you don't leave your full-time job until your Melaleuca income is at least 3 times what your job pays.
3 times. Wow.
It underlines that low-risk idea. Build it with time and effort, not by betting the farm financially right away.
Seems like very sound, responsible advice. Gradual transition. Okay, let's clarify a few key terms that keep popping up. Active customer.
Simple enough. Someone who signed the agreement and buys at least 29 product points worth of stuff in a month.
And preferred customer. Sounds like they get perks.
They do. They commit to buying at least 35 product points monthly. In return, they get big discounts like 30% to 50% off products, keeps them loyal, encourages monthly orders.
Okay, so those monthly points are important, and product point itself is just that value assigned to each product for calculating commissions.
Correct. That's the unit of measure for earnings.
Got it. And to even start earning, you become a marketing executive. What's needed for that?
Just need to sign the agreement, get at least 1 active customer, and receive your first commission check. Pretty low bar to get started officially.
Okay. And marketing organization is that whole 7-generation network potential. Right now, the fine print, always important details in there.
Always. For instance, there's a cap on how much of a single customer's order counts for commission each month, the first 150 product points.
Oh, okay. A limit per customer.
Yeah. And senior directors and up usually need to attend leadership meetings to get certain bonuses, though there are some exceptions for top leaders with the car bonus and a thing called the Standing Executive Leadership Council.
Makes sense. Leadership activities tied to leadership rewards. What about this personal production account?
Every marketing executive needs to maintain their own account and order a minimum amount personally. Starts at 29 product points, goes up to 70 for senior directors and above.
And if you don't?
If you miss that for 2 months straight, they consider it a voluntary resignation. You have to be using the products yourself, basically.
Okay, skin in the game. And I saw this 5-month retention index. How does that affect bonuses?
That's about keeping customers long-term. It measures what percentage of your new preferred customers are still ordering after 5 months. It's a rolling average.
And why does it matter for bonuses?
Because it affects your payout percentage on advancement and paysetter bonuses.
Wow.
High retention, like over 50%, you get 100% of the bonus. If it drops below 40%, you only get 50% of the bonus.
Whoa, so it really pushes you to make sure customers are happy long-term, not just signing them up.
Exactly. Focus on genuine satisfaction. And standard stuff, Melaleuca can change the plan with 30 days notice.
Good to know. Need to stay updated.
One last detail here. For a new customer's first 3 months, commissions are only paid on actual orders they place, not like automatic backup orders or special packs.
Got it. Real purchases only at the start. Oh, and one quick thing, there's a separate commission for their home security program.
Yes, that's another potential income stream if you focus on promoting their security services. Need a specific account for that.
Okay. Well, that was certainly a thorough walkthrough of this compensation plan.
Yeah.
What are your main takeaways, summing it all up?
I'd say the low barrier to entry is key. The focus on referrals, not hard selling. The potential for real residual income through that multi-level system. And wow, just the sheer variety of commissions and bonuses rewarding different things, getting customers, building teams, developing leaders, consistency. It's quite complex.
Yeah, it really is. And that $4.5 billion paid out figure, it's hard to ignore. It definitely makes you think about the actual scale and impact this kind of opportunity can have for people.
It's a massive number. Suggests, a system that has reached and affected a lot of households financially.
So wrapping up this deep dive, let's go back to that mission statement. To enhance the lives of those we touch. Thinking about this whole system, we just unpacked the wellness products, the referral model, the complex bonuses. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How might a model like this actually contribute to well-being, both financial and personal, for the people involved and their networks? And, what are the different ways someone might look at this kind of business, the potential rewards versus the real effort and dedication it clearly requires? Definitely leaves you with something to chew on.
Unlock the money, decode the truth. It's time to break down the comp plan for you. No hype, no fluff, just numbers at work. Comp Plan Decoder, get paid worth.